Hi, my name is Adenike Sheriff, and I want to welcome you to my series called Everything Funding. First, I'll start by telling you who I am and what I'm building. I spent the last several years working in venture capital. I started a fund called Future Africa, and while I was there, I deployed over $10 million into some of Africa's fastest growing startups. Those companies are collectively worth about $6 billion the last time I checked. I also built a network of global investors to back these companies. I really loved that work. I genuinely did. It was very exciting. The things that you can learn meeting founders who are building amazing stuff is endless. I really liked being the first believer, writing them the first check, seeing the reaction of the founder when I told them that we were going to invest, working with them to grow and scale their company. It was very fulfilling for me. Somewhere along the line, though, I started noticing something I couldn't help but see. Women were not getting funded. They were building incredible businesses, especially consumer businesses in food, in fashion, in wellness, in beauty, even in finance. These were businesses with real customers, real revenue, real traction, businesses that were most times profitable, and they were not getting funded. A lot of times they would come, they would pitch to us, but we couldn't invest, not because we didn't want to, but because it didn't fit our mandates. We were a VC fund that invested in technology companies, and we had told our limited partners, the people who give us the money to manage and invest on their behalf, that that was what we were going to invest in. So we actually couldn't invest in those companies, even though we loved them. We just had to pass. And it wasn't because those companies weren't good. They were great companies. They just didn't fit our mandates. This kept happening. And I tried many things to fix it. I ran a program to invest $1 million in female founders, which went really great. I kept trying to advocate for female founders as much as I could, but it just didn't work out as well as I thought it would. This was a structural problem, to be honest. A couple of years ago, I decided to take a sabbatical, to rest, to think, to decide what I really wanted in the next phase of my life, to even see if I wanted to be in venture capital at all. While I was on my sabbatical, this problem wouldn't leave me alone. I was speaking at accelerators, mentoring founders, and speaking to lots of women who are building companies. And I kept hearing the same thing from them. They would say things like, I have a thriving business. I'm making money. We have thousands of millions of dollars in revenue. We're profitable, but I can't raise the capital that I need to scale. I don't know what I need to do. Who do I need to be talking to? I'm talking to all these investors, but they are saying I'm not a good fit. I don't know how to fundraise. Then I started to see something else. Women who had actually managed to raise funding, a very rare breed, by the way. I was seeing them lose their companies. I would read articles and watch videos of these amazing women who had built excellent companies losing their companies. I'd see companies who had raised one round not be able to raise further funding and then have to shut down because they are taking the wrong type of capital from the wrong type of investor. I was seeing women get fired from their own businesses that they started with blood and sweat and tears because they gave too much control to the wrong investor. I was seeing the brands that have everything, a great product, great community, love, cultural resonance fall apart because the funding they got was the wrong type. I was hearing stories about women getting sexually harassed because they were trying to fundraise, women being dismissed, disregarded, spoken to anyhow. The list goes on. I'm sure if you've been in this position, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. This is when I knew that I couldn't just share advice or mentor. I had to do something to solve the problem. So I decided that I was going to build a fund to invest in these types of businesses. But I also know that even if I raise a fund, I can't invest in every single woman with an amazing business. So I want to share information. I want to share education. I want to share actionable advice that helps women who want to fundraise so that they know what to do and how to do it. I have a conviction about what is coming next. Consumer brands built by women with lived experience of specific cultures are the next winners. And the system is not perfectly set up to fund them yet. That's what I'm trying to fix. I want to help women building consumer business rooted in culture who are trying to raise capital in a system that wasn't designed for them. So, over the next 30 days, I'm going to share everything I know about fundraising, not the sanitized version or the filtered version, the real version, the funding options no one tells you about. I'm going to talk to you about how to figure out exactly how much you need to raise, how to build a winning pitch that works for your business, how to value your company, how to approach the right investors, how to negotiate, how to understand the terms, how to protect what you've built when investors come to the table, how to find capital that is actually aligned with what you're building, not just capital that is available. Because here's what I know after years of sitting on the other side of the table, fundraising is layered, it's nuanced. It can feel like a closed room with no doors, but it's absolutely figure outable. You can do it. You can understand it. I think every woman who is building a business deserves real information and expert advice. I'm going to give you the information you probably have to pay thousands of dollars for right here for free. So if you're watching this and you're saying to yourself, this is exactly what I need, this is what I've been looking for, she gets me. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a single video and share this with someone else who needs it. And I'll see you tomorrow for the first class. Welcome to Everything Funded.